Fans of the hit gangster drama Peaky Blinders were thrilled to hear about the show's renewal for its 6th and final season. With so many shows left unfinished lately, some viewers were concerned the show wouldn't be finished. With its final season approaching, many viewers wonder if the same cast will return and whether there will be any new faces to the mix. Part of the magic of the first 5 seasons come from the show's distinct and interesting cast of morally deficient characters, and this coming season will be no exception. Stay tuned to hear all about the cast of the 6th season and all the old and new names to come. Spoilers ahead. The last time we checked in, Tommy Shelby had tried and failed to eliminate Oswald Mosley, played by Sam Claflin, one of the antagonists.
It's from the Lee family. You were also at war with the Lees, Mr. Kimber, am I right?
His plan did not go as he had hoped. Instead of pulling off the assassination, Shelby is tortured by a vision of his late wife, Grace. The horrifying apparition left Shelby lying, gun to his head, wailing in torment. Talk about a dramatic end to the previous season. First, let's discuss the elephant in the room, characters that will not return. One such example is due to the unexpected passing of actor Helen McCrory. Polly Gray will not be returning. However, Aunt Polly has enormously influenced the final season despite not seeing the actor playing the character live. Her character remains extremely important as the Shelby boys' aunt and the Shelby family's head. The next season will undoubtedly include a touching farewell from the Shelby boys to their late aunt. Meanwhile, the following characters will be returning for the next season. Star of the show, Cillian Murphy as Tommy Shelby, will be returning as the show's frontrunner.
Jesus Christ, Tommy, what the hell made you let them sing? It's like they're strangling cats out there.
Announcing the cast would be futile without mentioning the star of the show. Shelby has been hailed as one of the most complex characters to be written for television. He is brilliant and calculating while also tortured by PTSD or post-traumatic stress disorder, a mental illness that occurs when someone is exposed to severe trauma. Shelby is also notably haunted by his late wife, Grace, as we saw at the close of season 5. What you may not have known about the show's star since its beginning in 2013 is that he almost didn't land the role of Shelby. Reportedly, Jason Statham was the producer's first choice at the time. It's hard to imagine the show without Murphy now. Finn Cole will also be returning in the role of Michael Gray. Michael is the biological son of Polly Gray. Finn's older brother, Joe Cole, was at one time a show star. He played John Shelby, though his character did not make it past season 4. In the previous season, Michael was ejected by the gang and may become Tommy's new enemy rather than one of his allies. Ada Shelby will also be returning, played by actor Sophie Rundle. Ada is the younger sister of Arthur and Tommy Shelby and the only sibling to object to the illegal shenanigans of the Shelby family's other members. She's also the only female sibling in the Shelby family. At the close of season 5, we learned that Ada had become pregnant by her partner, Ben Younger, who was later killed. Sophie Rundle is no stranger to the cameras. She has played roles in many other series including Gentleman Jack and Bodyguard. Brother to Tommy and Ada, Arthur Shelby will also be returning to the story, portrayed by Paul Anderson. Arthur is the oldest of the siblings. Arthur remains one of the show's most colorful characters and is well defined by his explosive anger. He's also returning to the role of Tommy's most trusted ally. Do you think the brothers will remain as close as ever in the final season? Perhaps they will finally drift apart, or one will betray the other. And the youngest Shelby, Finn Shelby, will also be returning, played by Harry Curtin. Because he is the youngest, Finn is often left out of the family business. In fact, in the past, Finn has almost foiled his brother's plans due to his simple naivety. This actor was extremely lucky to have landed this role. It's his first, and no doubt it will lead to more roles in the future. What do you think? Did you think that Finn was the performer's first character? Sam Claflin will return as Oswald Mosley, the character Tommy attempted to kill in the last season. He's a leader of the British Union of Fascists, making him quite the serious enemy of Tommy. We expect Oswald and Tommy to go head-to-head again in the next season. Do you have any idea of how the final battle may go down? A fan favorite, Alfie Solomons, will also be returning, again played by Tom Hardy. This character never ceases to surprise the audience, whether he appears to be on Tommy's good or bad side. Hardy is, in our opinion, the perfect casting decision for such a character. It has been suggested that as the story closes, Solomons will end up siding with Tommy again. You may be wondering, with this list having exhausted all of the major players of the first 5 seasons, will new characters be played by new actors for the final season? Equally gifted and charismatic performers will play some new characters. Some of these new characters are additions to the Shelby family family, and some will be even less predictable, making this upcoming season even more highly anticipated. Before we tell you about the new characters, feel free to pause the video and make some guesses. First, we will see Conrad Kahn in the next season, portraying Erasmus Duke Shelby. In the final season, Tommy's first son, Duke, will be introduced. Kahn is an extremely talented performer, having starred in Black Mirror, The Huntsman, Winter's War, and Baptiste. Duke would have been born before the Great War. Do you have any idea for how he will be introduced and how the writers will explain his absence thus far? A new character, Hayden Stagg, will be played by Stephen Graham. His introduction is to be set in a scene where Stagg has stolen drugs from the Shelby's operations. Another performer with a stacked resume, viewers will recognize this actor from Boardwalk Empire, Gangs of New York, and The Irishman. No doubt this actor will slay this role. He is not new to playing a gangster-style character. The next new character to join the series will be Jack Nelson, played by James Frenchville. This character will be introduced in the pilot of the new season, Episode 1, Black Day, as Gina's uncle. Nelson is also portrayed as a South Boston gang leader. Tommy and the company will utilize him to facilitate trade between the United States and England. This character is based on a real person. Did you know that Peaky Blinders has some history behind it? Oswald Mosley's wife, Lady Diana Mosley, will be introduced in the next season, played by Amber Anderson. Diana was most notably a part of the social group Bright Young Things, a club in 1920s London for rising young aristocrats, socialites, and bohemians. After her inclusion in this group, she is introduced to fascism and, later, her future husband. Anderson is known for her part as Jane Fairfax in 2020's Emma. We think Anderson will fit right in the cast, and we cannot wait to see what she will bring to the table. Supporting characters will also be added to this season. One such character, a relatively important character in Season 6, Dr. Holford, will be introduced to the series and played by Anurin Bernard. This character will be closely intertwined with Tommy in this final season. Though we cannot say much else without major spoilers, we will also see faces from the shows such as Sherlock and The Witcher. Tommy will remarry in the final season, giving way to the character of Lizzie Shelby, portrayed by Natasha O'Keefe, known for her role in the British show Misfits. Another character, Gina Gray, will also be introduced this season. Gina is married to Michael, Polly's son. The actor Anya Taylor-Joy is recognizable from the Netflix series The Queen's Gambit. And yet another new supporting character is Charlie Strong, portrayed by Ned Dennehy. This character is the non-biological uncle of the Shelby siblings. This actor can be recognized by his roles in Good Omens and Dickensian. He was also featured in Guns Akimbo as the antagonist against the film's protagonist, Daniel Radcliffe. This show remains stacked with incredible actors, and this has not changed for the final season. We are excited to see all the old and new faces in this series as it wraps up. Do you think the show is ending at the right time? Do you have opinions on the talent and wish other actors played some characters? Did you know there is a movie in the works to follow Season 6? Please let us know what you think down below. Thank you so much for watching. Please do not forget to like and subscribe. Also, let us know down in the comments what you think, and we'll see you next time.